What's going on, everybody? It's Project 619 here, and today I wanted to redo my Batman Arkham Knight discussion and bring out all the points that I did on my parts 1 and 2 that I did about 3 months ago, I believe. And I found out that the video actually got messed up. My intro music played through the whole first one, so all that is pretty much scrapped. It's done, so I'm gonna redo it today. So basically, Movie Pilot had come out with this little article saying that the Arkham Knight's identity might have been, leaked, revealed, whatever. So at this point, it's all rumors, no confirmation, nothing. It's just all speculation. So what's been said is that Arkham Knight is actually a clone of Batman created by Amanda Waller. He is in fact number 11. The first 10 were unsuccessful, blah blah blah. So far it sounds kind of believable, and then it takes sort of a little twist, because it makes sense in a way, because Rocksteady actually came out and said that whoever the Arkham Knight is, he knows exactly what Batman went through in Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. And it got me thinking, who better to know exactly what Batman's been through than Batman himself, or a clone of him with all those memories. It does make a lot of sense. So it goes on to say that eventually the Arkham Knight becomes jealous of Batman's relationship with Robin Nightwing, and he wants to take Batman out of the equation completely and replace himself as Gotham's new whatever. I don't know exactly what he'd be, but so far so good. It sounds sort of kind of believable. It's kind of iffy, because I'm pretty sure if Amanda Waller created a clone of Batman, she'd try to make him without, too many emotions, especially getting jealous over something like that. But, it still goes. So, it continues on, that, well, actually, Rocksteady, said that Arkham Knight's chest piece, the reason it's built like that is to counteract Batman's Batclaw. So, once again, it goes back to the whole clone theory. It's like, who better to be able to stop Batman than Batman himself? If he's a clone of Bruce, he knows exactly all of his tools, how they work, what would stop them. So he's kind of like anti-Batman, kind of, if that makes sense, And it's like, it's one of those things that just makes you go, So I was actually talking to a friend of mine, and we were going back and forth and talking, like, who could the Arkham Knight be? And I kept bringing up the point that Rocksteady said that Arkham Knight is a new character. He brought out a really good point, and he said, and I quote, he said, yes, the Arkham Knight is a new character, but what if whoever's inside of the suit is somebody we already know? Once again, it makes a lot of sense, and it kind of does point back to the clone theory. But as I said before, it's just all speculation. It's no confirmation. It's just rumors, But it does make a lot of sense, and it is. If it's true, I guess this is a spoiler video in a way, but it's still like, I don't know, because I don't think they go for something. It seems so simple. Like, a lot of people have already guessed a clone, and a lot of people think it's Hush, which again would make sense, because if you did some of the side missions in Arkham City, one of them was Hush, and you'll find a guy that says, there's a guy looking like Bruce Wayne walking around killing people, pretty much. So, they'd be bringing him back, which, having Hush as the Arkham Knight would be cool, but I don't think it is Hush, personally, because the Arkham Knight seems to be on a whole nother level of smart. And the way this game seems to be turning out is that Arkham Knight is going to be that one villain Batman may not be able to outsmart. And also, another thing I wanted to point out was, I think that with this game, they're going to Dark Knight Rises him. And for those of you who've seen the movie, in the end that Batman, quote-unquote, dies, or whatever. There's that whole, he blows up, and then you see him later on in the restaurant, and is it, oh, he fixed the autopilot, he just got rid of Batman so he could be Bruce Wayne happily with Selina Kyle, and da-da-da, they give up their life of crime and all that. But when I say Dark Knight Rises him, I think they're going to kill off Batman in this game. And the reason I say that is because um, I think it was like a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months, when they or yeah, I think it was like 2 months when they released the and they showed us exactly what was going to be in the collector's edition for Arkham Knight. You know, the two. One of them comes with a Batman memorial statue. Now, in the Dark Knight Rises in the end, memorial statue because Batman was quote unquote dead. So they're showing us that for this game, and it's just got me thinking, you know, because the way they showed it was like, you know, Gotham City and Batman standing over all gigantic because, you know, he's Gotham's protector and all that, and it really made me think, because I was like, you know, I really don't know. Are they gonna kill him, or are they gonna fake kill him, or whatever, you know? Because for that movie, Bane was just that one villain Batman could not topple until the end. You know, when he learned more about him and, you know, how he could defeat him. So I think they're going to do the same thing with Arkham Knight. And it would make a lot of sense, and it would be a really cool thing if they did that. But, once again, I'm not sure if they're going to do that. They could, they should, but, or maybe not should, but, you know, I don't know. It seemed a little bit cheesy in a way, but if you think about it, Arkham Knight already, from what we've seen from him, it seems like he came prepared and ready for Batman. You know, he knows a lot about him, and, you know, nobody still really knows who he is except for you know, the people at Rocksteady. But I don't know about the whole clone theory. I think it could work. I think it'd be pretty cool, but, you know, who knows. Also, what I wanted to talk about today was the future of Rocksteady games, like what they could possibly do, because after having, you know, the Batman trilogy, because I don't think any of us really count Arkham Origins because it wasn't made by the same company and everything, but it wasn't really canon. I don't think it's kind of like how Dragon Ball GT was the Dragon Ball Z series. It wasn't really canon because it wasn't made by, you know, all the same people and all that, but, you know, we now know all the movies that are coming out for DC. We may have, you know, a few surprises here in the upcoming years, something we don't know about, because, you know, who knows, they might have released everything already. I don't know, but I think they'd be smart enough to hide a couple movies from us rather than tell us everything we're gonna get. But also, the TV shows are going on in DC. You know, Arrow, The Flash. We've got Gotham going on as well. But my thing is, with Arkham Knight being the last Batman game we're gonna get from Rocksteady, where could they go from here? Now, what I think they should do to start off with as a new game would be an Arrow game. Now, I don't know exactly how they would do it. It would be interesting to see, you know, how they could put a little spin on that, but I think they should follow the show, because we're in, what, season 3 right now? Yeah, season 3, and it's gotten really freaking good, you know. I love Arrow. It show's nuts. I'm actually starting to play as him right now. I meant to pick the Arrow costume, but my mind was just going over all the stuff for the video. I was like, crap, and I forgot once I started playing. So, yeah, so I did a Arrow versus Flash match in honor of the whole, you know, Flash versus Arrow episode, whatever, you know. So an Arrow game, I think it could work. You know, it would. I don't think we'd be able to play it like we would be able to play the Batman games now. Or, well, actually, with Arkham Knight going to be bigger in the free roam sense, I think they could do the same exact thing with an Arrow game. Give us all of Starling City to explore, you know, and I guess getting around the city would probably be the one issue. Like, would he use a grappling hook? Would he shoot an arrow and zip line up? You know, there's always they probably go back and forth on that. Like, oh, I think he should use a grappling hook. Oh, I think he should shoot an arrow into the building and zip line up or whatever. Which that makes more sense than the grappling hook. Honestly, I don't know why I said grappling hook. Ugh. But an Arrow game would definitely work, especially if you know, they're gonna follow the show or even put their own twist on it, you know. And because if they did make a game, it would take, you know, probably a year and a half maybe, and we'd probably already be middle of season 4. So they could cover seasons 1, 2, and 3 in the first game, and then 4, 5, and 6 in the second game. Because I'm sure Arrow's gonna keep on going. It doesn't look anywhere near like it's gonna stop. So the costume, of course, after by the end of the game would get probably a little messed up, I'm sure. I think it'd be the fighting that might be an issue, because even though Oliver Queen is really good at, you know, martial arts and things like that, there's also the whole, you know, thing about is that all he's gonna do? You know, it's just a fighting or shooting people, and then of course, considering it's Arrow, you'd be killing people. So that might be sort of an issue, where, you know, in the Batman games we savagely knock people out, you know, as Batman, but it's iffy. A Flash game, I don't know. I don't really think that would work out too well. I mean, they could do it, but I just don't really see how they could do it. I mean, that's just me. If you guys have any ideas about that, drop it in the comment section below. I'd appreciate it. I'd like to hear you guys' ideas. Also, any games you'd like to see or hear about, or I mean, see in the upcoming future from Rocksteady, you guys definitely put your ideas in the comment section below. Appreciate it. And now we got the correct Arrow costume going on here. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, a slight frustration I have with one of the DC movies is the Shazam movie. Now, they said that the Shazam movie is not going to be in the same universe as the Justice League movie or any of the other movies coming out, which it does frustrate me a bit, because I do like Shazam, and they're having The Rock play Black Adam. The Rock has been like, you know, my favorite wrestler since I was a little kid and everything, and I've always, you know, followed what he did and all that. And to have him play such a big role and it not really matter, it kind of frustrates me, because like it's gonna be that movie and probably that movie only. Like, if you guys have Netflix, there was a Shazam movie that was like, I think 45 minutes long, and in the end of the movie, Black Adam died. You know, it was Superman and Shazam, I believe it was, and I was just like, wow, that's kind of, you know, not cool, because I think it was like a bolt of lightning that killed him or something like that. I haven't seen it in so long, I don't remember. But anyways, running out of time for this video.
Can't fight what you can't catch. Catch this. Green Arrow wins. Time for the grand finale.